Teleport me.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Mindful SMP. Today's episode is going to be all about quality of life. Today I want to work on building a proper storage room. I want to work on building a proper nether tunnel. And I want to work on making the pork chop shop profitable. Mindful SMP is sponsored by MC Pro Hosting. If you want to play with friends on a server, you can save 20% using the code MINDFUL at checkout. So I think we're going to start today off by working on a storage area, which is going to be over in this space here. Also, we'll end up with a room over there, and probably a room here, and a room here. So I got some plans for this space, but one thing at a time. This side of the storage room is actually going to poke out of the mountain a little bit, which will add some more interest to the outside of the base. If you watch my Let's Play world, you've seen my storage system there, and it's pretty comprehensive. I have room for just about every type of item. We're going to make our storage room fit in this space here, mainly because I don't need to have every single item stored, and I just don't have a lot of room, so we'll see what happens here. We still need to sort out the ceiling and the lighting in this room and the storage room. But let me show you what I've come up with here. So we walk up this little step, and there we are. Just a couple of banks of storage, some labels down the side, little work area over here, window out to the ocean out here, and then a couple of furnaces. So I can throw items and fuel in here and it'll just auto smelt. Pretty simple, pretty effective, pretty straight to the point. From outside, you can see the window adds a little bit more substance to the base and makes it a little more interesting. Yep, definitely coming along. Very cool. I'm still not sure exactly what I'm going to do about the lighting in here yet, so let's move on to the next part of the episode and work on the tunnel. I think what I'm going to do in here is mainly a basalt floor. I want it to be about 3 wide like I've got going on here. I want it to be a little bit taller so that everybody's pretty comfortable flying through this tunnel. I am going to utilize some buttons kind of sprinkled throughout to help avoid ghasts and magma cubes from spawning in here. In addition to basalt, I think I'm going to use stone so that it ties into our base really nicely. So this is kind of what I'm going for here, a mix of Nether and Overworld. Stone walls on the side here with sort of this toothy thing where the basalt pokes up or down every once in a while. I like the walls because they're inset just a little bit, so it adds this kind of depth and texture, which I really like. Got some stone buttons periodically on the floor to help prevent spawning. See, I haven't gotten them all the way down there yet. We're going to do basalt on the ceiling, basalt on the floor. Just nice and simple so that we can fly on down and get to where we need to go. here it is. Like I was saying, we went 3 wide and then pretty tall, so there's plenty of room to fly down here. It's all stone and basalt all the way down. Like I was saying, I was going to add this kind of toothy pattern, which I think helps add a little bit of interest and breaks it up a little bit. Same with these buttons on the floor and the ceiling. Just adds a little texture and makes it a little bit more interesting looking. I might add some light in here at some point, but I'm not sure where. Down here, there's a little bit of kind of a, I don't know if it's an entryway or just a landing or whatever you want to call it, but it's a little bit wider. Used a little bit of the polished basalt. And again, this mix of nether and overworld materials. I think it looks pretty sharp. It's really bright feeling, almost metallic. I really, really like it, and I think it's going to serve us fine for getting back and forth between the different parts of the world. Now that we have a storage room and a really good looking nether tunnel, the last thing we need to address is our shop. This is always freaky to see. Like I was saying, the problem with big nether portals is you get big monsters coming through them. Between episodes, I did widen this just a little bit in certain parts to make it feel a little less cramped. And there is our gorgeous pork chop shop. Pork chop shop has been running for about a week now, and so far, things are pretty quiet. Now this is probably because most people have their own food sources figured out already, but I'm going to assume it's because we need to advertise more. All right, let's take a look at Lautner's food shop and see what he... Oh my god. It's gigantic. Where did this even come from? All right, I just watched the video. Lautner built a statue of Ethix for some reason. It's giant. But back to the food cart. Let's see, he sells pork. Doesn't have any pork, but pork was 1 diamond. Let's see, steak. 1 diamond for a stack. Golden carrots. 1 diamond. So I feel like we're priced pretty well. So let's start off with our closest neighbors. We'll run over to Tusi's and to Wolfo's. Tusi's right next door here. See, we're just going to build a little care package right here. So when he comes out of his base, he'll see this. He'll open it up. It says, Todd's Pork Chop Shop is now open. 2 stacks of pork for 1 diamond. And then I gave him a bunch of free samples. How could anybody resist? And then Wolfo's on the other side of us here. So we saw when we were over at Wolfo's base last time, it was a little cluttery outside. Our free samples might get lost in this. I think what I might do is just put them right inside his nether portal here. And that way, no way he could miss it. Perfect. It looks like our next closest neighbor is Ellie. And I've never been down here, so we should probably check this out. Well, I think I found Turtle World. There's a lot under construction here, and I don't want to spoil anything. I feel like this is kind of the center of it all, so I'm going to leave a free sample right here. impossible to miss. Let's see if we can find Viritus's base here. Okay. A lot of self-positivity here. It's good. Let's see, I'm just going to set it right here in the middle of everything. There we go. See, we got Captain Chunky's base over here. Why did he go so far away? Okay, we made it. You get rickrolled when you go to Chunky's base, apparently. This is very nice. Are you serious? It just keeps going? Alright. Enjoy your pork. Oh my gosh, I just realized these are pillars. This is so much work. Oh my gosh. Alright, this is Rose Gold Serpent's base. Man, so much quartz. Just so much work. Let's see, this seems to be pretty central, so we'll just park it right there. Perfect. Oh gosh, it's like the twins from The Shining. Got Random and Lautners. Why are there so many hoglins? Oh my god, they're everywhere. Wow, it's a big portal. Very cool, very awesome. Put it front and center here. Perfect. There's so much horrible stuff. The hoglins are afraid of the warped fungus. Piglins are afraid of the zombified piglins. Everybody's having a bad time. Run over to Lautner's here. Very nice. There we go. Boy, that was complicated and a little unpleasant. Well, I can't figure out where Ethic's base is. And I'm not sure where Blue Ninja's base is either. Well, once we figure out where some other folks' bases are, we'll hook them up with some pork chops as well. We're going to finish this episode by lighting this place up properly and getting rid of all these torches. Corners here do get down to level 7, so I'm going to try moving the light over one and see how that goes. I spaced the lights out a little bit more, and now I'm getting a dark spot along the pool here. So I think we're just going to have to add a few more lights in between. There we go. I think everything's lit up properly now. I think I want to mirror the wood in the ceiling. Let me try that out real quick here. I still haven't figured out the lighting situation in here yet, but got the hallway lit up, and then out here, a nice wooden ceiling with a little bit of an inset, lights all the way around, lantern above the elevator. Again, these are going to be expanded, so those are just temporary torches. Outside, I added a light right above us here, and then 2 lights in the ground to keep this all bright at night. Swapped out the torches for lanterns, and I think it's all looking really, really sharp. So in the storage room, because it's an even number of blocks across, I went with pairs of lights, and this does a good job of keeping everything lit up. So aside from these few torches here, I think we're all finished with the lighting. And I think that's where we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Let's cross our fingers and hope we sell some pork chops. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.